Hi everyone. Why do people pull out in front of learner vehicles all the time? Now, it's something that I'm used to. If I was honest, it happens on a daily basis, but I don't actually get it. Why do people do it? I'm going to try and explore this today. So why do you think it goes on? Why do you think people pull out in front of learner vehicles so much? Does it happen to you, whether it be on your lessons, or do you fit into a different category of road user that it happens to all the time? I know you cyclists get a little bit of a rough deal out on the road, but why do you think it actually happens? Well, if I go back to one of my other videos that I did a few months back on the social hierarchy, where people think that they're better than other people. Personally, I think it's got a lot to do with that. I remember years ago, I haven't got a clip of it unfortunately, but I remember some guy with a pram pushing, looks as though it was his kid, and he walked out into the road and his missus sort of held him back and he went, "No, it's only a learner." And it's that sort of mentality that people seem to bring to coming out in front of learner drivers, and it's nothing but dangerous, if I was honest. Now, not every single learner is going to be dual controlled, and it's not always going to be operated and sort of like in charge by a driving instructor as well. Sometimes mum and dad take the kids out, so it is a dangerous pastime. Let's have a little look at a few examples to let you see exactly what I'm talking about. Now done, gas, a little bit of bite, and look as far around the corner as you can. Good. Watch the car that emerges from the junction on the left hand side. Nice job. We're going to get steer away a little, and that one should wait. Steer away, that one should wait. Clutch down, stop, stop, stop. First gear now and roll, and now move forward. Go slow, and then big steer right. Big steer right. Good. Well listened. Park somewhere on the left for us, mate. That's the brake ball. Get your second gear now, so you can just look now. You can just have a watch. Watch the lorry emerging from the junction on the left. Does he see us, or doesn't he? So just slow down. Nice job. Now, as far as I'm concerned, those situations can happen sometimes when people haven't seen you. But what do you think about those situations? Do you think it was obvious that we'd been seen and that the people decided to pull out anyway? If so, that's a totally different kettle of fish than not seeing someone, because people are doing it on purpose. Even pedestrians without any protection at all seem to walk out in front of learner cars. If it was a safe time to cross, why would she continually stare at us? Perfect, mate. You were ready for them. Don't forget, with all the clips, the dash cam makes things look a lot further away than they actually are. This was actually pretty close.
That's just trying to get better at start off.
No, you were good there, mate. What was your thoughts on the person pulling out in front of you?
I was ready for it. I see it happen.
Yeah, I know you were really ready for it, mate. It was excellent. What's your thoughts on the danger of people doing that to learner drivers? Do you think that's a sensible option?
No, because obviously they're going to be less experienced to react to.
Exactly, yeah. Sometimes, however, it is the learner driver that causes the cars to pull out. This situation, we had to wait for the grey one, then my learner stared at the white one and kept still, and that's a way of saying, after you. So sometimes it is going to be the learner that causes these situations also. Maybe, yeah, in case we can use it. Bus drivers aren't immune to pulling out in front of learner vehicles either. Now I know they've got schedules to keep, but so have all of us. But is there any need to pull out and barge out in front of a learner vehicle, especially on a busy roundabout like this?
Yeah, bus driver just barging the way out. You did ever so well, mate. Good. I really don't know why people take it to pull out in front of the learner driver all the time.
A few of you may have already seen this clip, and it's from one of my recent driving fails, but it's plain ridiculous. This clip for me is probably the most amusing of all of them. As this lorry pulls out in front of us, have a little look at what's going on behind me.
There was no one behind us whatsoever, and then they decide to pull out in front of the learner. Yeah, well done with your gear, Lois. Well done. Well done. Relax.
This clip again has been featured in one of my driving fails, but this is awful. The cyclist sees us and then decides to pull out anyway. What is going on in her head? She's probably riding on the pavement because she's got that little road sense. So these situations can have a negative impact on the learner driver. But honestly, I don't treat them like that. I treat them as learning experiences. Now, I don't want everyone to start pulling out in front of learner drivers, but when it does happen, honestly, we try and take the positives and try and teach the learner or the novice driver what we can do to anticipate it. Maybe look for eye contact or a lack of it. Look for movement of the vehicle that's potentially going to come out. But remember, there's not always going to be dual controls in this vehicle that you're pulling out in front of. And the person who is supervising that learner, honestly, is usually going to be a bag of nerves if they're not properly qualified and not a proper driving instructor. So think of that, because you're putting your own car at risk. Now, thanks a lot for watching. I'll hope to see you soon.